You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Black and White Sports fans, I'm pretty sure by now most of you guys have heard of Lia Thomas, also known as Will Thomas, a transgender swimmer on the female team. Now, Will Thomas, born a man, pretty much a man throughout his whole entire life, swimming for most of his life, decided to transition to being a woman and compete on the University of Pennsylvania's women's swimming team. Now, Rhodes have done a few videos on this. This is my first video on this. And folks, now we actually have one of the teammates of Thomas speaking out about the true feelings of the females that are on the team, the actual females on the team. How do they actually feel about Lia/Will Thomas being on the team competing? Now, this person, we don't know the name of this person because this person is keeping their identity secret. Outkick actually wrote the article here that we're going to be talking about. So this person doesn't get any kind of backlash. It's pretty sad, that an actual woman would get backlash for speaking out on this issue. Okay. With that being said, let's go ahead. Let's get into this, guys. This is an Outkick exclusive here. Penn trans swimmer's teammate speaks out on Lia Thomas smashes more records. I believe they meant to say smashing more records here. He says, while University of Pennsylvania transgender swimmer Lia Thomas, who spent 3 years at the Ivy League school swimming as a male, has been busy smashing female pool records. Friction has been building within the team, according to a Penn female swimmer who said she feared for her ability to find employment after graduating from college for sharing her honest opinion about a transgender teammate. For that reason, Outkick is granting her anonymity to speak out. That's pretty sad right there, folks. She can't even express her own opinions on this without hiding her identity because we know how the woke mob is. Now, we've been pretty clear on this channel here. We're witnessing the destruction of female sports. When it came to the Olympics, Laura Hubbard, a biological man, looks like a man still, competed in the Olympics against females. Now, there was some divine intervention that happened there because Laura Hubbard couldn't even complete one lift. And then the media asked the women that actually did win medals how they felt about Laura Hubbard. And their silence said everything. They rejected Laura Hubbard. And right here, guys, this anonymous teammate of Will Thomas pretty much feels the same way. Check this out. Thomas's latest round of swimming record destruction came at a 3-day meet in Akron, Ohio, where numerous pool meet and program records weren't just destroyed, but lowered to a point where they may never be broken. Friday, the Ivy League 500 freestyle record was broken. Saturday, Thomas set the nation's best time in the 200 freestyle, which also destroyed pool, meet, and ping program records. Wow. It goes on, it says, in the 1650 freestyle final, Thomas didn't just win and set a new program, pool, and meet records. It was total annihilation. Penn's Anna Calandanzi, hope I'm pronouncing the name correct, finished in second place, 38 seconds behind Thomas. Unbelievable. But this is how this anonymous teammate feels about Will/Lia Thomas being on the team. She says this, quote, pretty much everyone individually has spoken to our coaches about not liking this. Our coach just really likes winning. He's like most coaches. I think secretly everyone just knows it's the wrong thing to do, the female Penn swimmer said during a phone interview. There it is, folks. Absolute honesty right here that this female rejects Thomas being on the team. She goes on, she says, quote, when the whole team is together, we have to be like, oh my gosh, go Lia. That's great. You're amazing. It's very fake. So she is speaking for all of the females on the team. She is saying that every female on this team rejects Thomas. Why is this being allowed to happen? I have no idea. Female voices, I should say, are actually being ignored. And it's clear as day. It's happening in sports. This channel exists because of things like this. Because sports got woke. And when it comes to female sports, it's on the decline, man, because you're going to have, I believe, more trans women coming in and shattering every record. It says here, needless to say, 2021 has been a huge change for Penn's women's swimming team compared to where the program was in 2019 and in the early part of 2020 before COVID caused the shutdown of the program for the 2020 season. Members of the team were first alerted to the forthcoming change in 2019 when Thomas, who was second team All Ivy League as a male, during the 2018-2019 season, announced that he would be going through the transition that would allow him to compete as a woman under the NCAA's transgender policy. Unreal. So when he was still a man, which he's still a man, by the way, he was already an all Ivy League competitor. Think about that, guys. All Ivy League competitor, okay? But this anonymous teammate continues on here. Says the Ivy League is not a fast league for swimming, so that's why it's particularly ridiculous that we could potentially have an NCAA champion. That's unheard of coming from the Ivy League, Thomas' teammate explained. On paper, if Lia Thomas gets back down to Will Thomas's best times, those numbers are female world records. Faster than all the times Katie Ledecky went to in college, faster than any other Olympian you can think of. His times in 3 events are female world records. You can see the numbers right here for Thomas racing on the women's team versus where he was as an all Ivy League star when he was on the men's team. Look at the 200 free right here. As a male, he was only about 2 seconds faster being a male than competing with the females. Now think of this, guys. I believe that Thomas is 22 years old, had a whole life of puberty as a male. Takes 1 year of, testosterone suppressants or whatever it is, and competes against females and smashes records. This is not right, guys. This is absolutely not right. And she even mentions that here, by the way. 1 year doesn't mean anything. What about all the years of puberty as a male, the male growth you went through as a man? And if you look at the thumbnail, folks, you see how Thomas looks now versus before the transition. I mean, he had a goatee pretty much like me. Females don't normally get that, okay? They don't. It's unreal. It says here in a study published in December 2020 edition of the British Journal of Sports Medicine, researchers found that the 1 year waiting period used by the NCAA and other athletic organizations is inadequate. Quote, for the Olympic level, the elite level, I'd say probably 2 years is more realistic than 1 year. Lead author Dr. Timothy Roberts from Children's Mercy Hospital in Kansas City, Missouri, told NBC News. At 1 year, the trans woman on average still has an advantage over the cis women. I believe, folks, that they're always going to have some type of an advantage, you know? Spending your whole life in the biology that you were born with. And truly, folks, you can't overcome biology. You can't. Me, deep down inside, no matter what I put in my body to transition into to be a woman, if I want to do that, you cannot stop biology. Truly, you cannot do it. I mean, my chromosomes will never change. I mean, that is just science right there. It is. But what do you guys think of this? What do you guys think of this one teammate speaking out against Lia/Will Thomas being on the team, saying that all of the females on the team, they reject this. They don't like it whatsoever. But it's kind of sad, that she has to hide her identity, so she doesn't get any backlash. Think about this, guys. Think about how insane that actually does sound. It's pretty sad, guys. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to Black and White Sports, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.